Hey friends, today's video is gonna be an anti-haul, so I'm gonna put my hair up on top of my head because apparently that's a thing. So while I'm doing this, oh, titties are out to play, hello. Basically, let me tell you guys a story. Several months ago, I was emailed by the editor from Bitch Media, and she wanted to interview me essentially about
anti-hauls.
Do I want to put 2 buns or 1 bun? So that article is out this month. If you guys subscribe to Bitch Magazine, the physical one, it is out now, I think. I don't know when they're publishing it online, but I figured, I was like, shit guys, if I'm gonna be featured in an article about anti-hauls, I should probably have a pretty recent anti-haul, so here we go! That's a look. Here we go! Let's talk about some products that I don't need. So I haven't done one of the like anti-hauls where I talk about things that I actually want, but talking myself out of it. I haven't done one of those in a while, so that's what today's anti-haul is going to be. There's so many things that have come out recently or that are like being teased right now where I'm like, oh my god, I want that.
Oh, I want it.
I don't know what it is with spring releases this year. I'm just like, hello there. Nice to meet you. I want to purchase you. But if you've never seen one of my anti-hauls before, an anti-haul is essentially a hyperbolic or satirical way of talking about products to counteract like the
consumerism
that's rampant on the internet, and you'll be able to read all about it in the Bitch Media article that's coming out this month. So yay! I've done over a dozen of these videos and I really love making them, and I think that they're really fun, and I think that you should do them as well because it's a really good change up from like favorites or tutorials or something. I don't know. Sometimes we just need to like either tell ourselves to not buy stuff that we actually really want but we technically don't need them, or just like literally roast products, because that's also fun too. So today we're not roasting products. Today we're actually gonna talk about things that are really intriguing to this brain right here. So the first thing we're gonna talk about that has come out that I want so bad is this Just My Luck Colourpop palette. It's a 9-pan palette. I don't actually own any of Colourpop's 9-pan palettes, but I've heard that they're great. And this green palette that just came out, I saw it and I was like, oh my god, like it's so pretty. Okay, it's so inexpensive, it's $12. But this bitch owns the Gemini palette and the Smoke Sessions palette. Looking at all these shades, there's maybe like 1 shade in here that I don't already have, and I don't need to buy a 9-pan palette to get 1 shade. However, if you really, really wanted the Smoke Sessions palette and you really liked the color story, buy this. Like this is the replacement for that, because who knows when that fucking palette is coming back, and also it's very soft and very breakable. I've never had a Colourpop eyeshadow break on me. So if you were wanting the Smoke Sessions palette and you couldn't get it, buy this because it's cheaper and it's not gonna break as easily. But I have the Smoke Sessions palette, so I don't need this. I don't need this. I feel like I've gotten so, like, I got so stoked and so hyped on green eyeshadows, and now that I own like a few palettes that have a decent amount of green, I can just like cool it on the greens. You only need so many green eyeshadows, and this is not something that I need in my life personally. But Colourpop is fucking me up with all this shit lately. I'm like, oh fuck, Colourpop. Speaking of, this So Juicy lip gloss, juicy lip gloss in a tube. You know how much I love lip gloss in a tube. I love anything in a tube. Lip balm, lip gloss, toothpaste. I don't know. Actually, I don't even like toothpaste in a tube. I like it solid. But this So Juicy gloss line, I'm like, oh my god, there's so many pretty ones and they're so inexpensive. They're $7, and I'm like, Nisa, it's all your fault that I'm obsessed with lip glosses now. Like, raise your hand if you've been personally victimized by Nisi Pisa and her obsession with lip gloss. But these look so lovely, and like they're plumping, and they just remind me of like the juicy tubes or like the Bonnie Bell shit from childhood. It gives me nostalgia. But looking at them, like, I don't wear like dark glosses, and I just don't like the look of them on my lips. So the only ones that I would get much use out of are the ones that are very light and I already have shades that are like this, so I don't need to buy them. I definitely don't need to buy like the whole collection, but like I have lip glosses right now that I need to like go through and that I enjoy. I have a Colourpop, like one of the ultra glossy lips. I have some Pat McGrath lip glosses that I got, and I have the Milk Kush lip gloss thing, the weed gloss. I think I have like a NYX gloss too, but like I don't need this. I don't need it. Trend Mood, you're just literally everything Trend Mood has a coupon code, so I'm like, Trend Mood, you're really testing me right now, okay? You're testing my sudden larger bank account because I get to split my rent with my sister. Don't test me, please, thanks. I feel very Kimberly Clark today with this sassy side ponytail, and also I have an obscene amount of dry shampoo in my hair, so yeah.
Next!
This whole fucking line of Glossier Play, like I've seen the images, they're so seductive and so attractive. Troye Sivan was a part of the campaign, and I'm just like, stop it. I love their aesthetic. Like, I'm such a sucker for packaging at times, and these do it for me. It does kind of remind me a little bit of the Flesh packaging, but like fancier and not as cheap. That liquidy highlight, but I don't use liquidy highlights. That's the thing. That's why I don't need this. All of these things look so attractive and seductive, and like, oh my god, I don't have something like that. Oh. But the thing is, when I've gotten things like this before, I don't always use them. I don't need to be buying things that I literally just want for the packaging because I know I'm not gonna use them. Like, I don't need like glitter gelée. The glitter things that I have that are in like more silicone-y base, I can't do them on my eyes. The only glittery kind of like top coat things that I've been able to do on my eyes that don't irritate them are the Stila ones. And all the ones that I have that are like more like silicone or like gel based like irritate my eyes. That's another reason why I don't need more glitter gels. Ugh, but damn, these are pretty. The next thing is from a similarly branded brand. It's the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This is another thing that just like the packaging and the color and everything about it is so hot and attractive, and just like it sparks joy, okay? It sparks joy in me because it's like this really pretty mint green color. It's a hydro grip primer. So like those are words that I like, where it's like, oh, so it's hydrating, but it also will make sure that my makeup lasts longer. Cool. The few times that I've owned primers, I don't use them. Like literally, I just put my moisturizer on and then I put my foundation like right on after it. Like I literally don't even wait for my moisturizer to sink in all the way because it actually makes my foundation go on easier. And like I maybe I'll take home a sample of this and see if it does anything. It also has the hemp seed oil in it, so I'm like, Milk, you're trying to get at me with more of that like weed shit, but I'm not gonna fall for it. I'm not gonna fall for it. I'm not going to fall for it. If you use primers, if this looks like something that you've always needed and you've always wanted, give it a try. Are you like me and you don't use primers? Like I don't. My sister does, but I don't. The next thing that I want, but I don't need, is more shit from Colourpop. Colourpop released colored mascaras, and they look so fun, but will I use them ever? No. And I don't even have like a festival to go to this summer besides Capitol Hill Block Party. So like I can't even justify even more being like, I need to buy all these like fun makeup things that I can wear to Sasquatch. Sasquatch doesn't exist anymore, guys. So I don't need festival makeup right now. I mean, I guess they do have like yellow mascara, which might be kind of fun for like the lower lash line. No, Abby, no. When? Literally never. Oh, the next thing that I wanted to talk about is this Smashbox, the Hood Witch highlighter. Oh my god, this highlighter is so pretty. It's like crystallized duochrome shit. Like it's so fucking gorgeous. And like I love the whole like aesthetic of the line where it's like crystal-y and witchy and stuff. And I'm like, oh, this is my jam. But like, do I need it? Who knows if this highlighter is even going to be light enough for me? That's always an issue for me with like duochrome highlighters. When something is, the base shade is too dark, but like the shift is light enough. So it leaves like this weird cast on my skin. So I don't know. I don't know. I might try this in store, but like one of these photos makes it look really dark. One of these photos makes it look very light and pearlescent and beautiful, but I don't need it. I don't
need it.
And then they have like the weird primer waters where I'm like, that's a gimmick, that's dumb. Crystal Clarity, Aura Shield, Love Ritual, makeup brands, I don't need you to be putting like intentions in your setting sprays. Like, we don't need you to say a prayer over our setting sprays. Just saying. This Urban Decay Game of Thrones collection, I have literally no idea what's in it. It looks like there's an eyeshadow palette based on the commercial that came out, the little like teaser on Instagram. That's what it looks like, because there's literally nothing else on her face that looks like anything to write home about. So it's probably gonna be an eyeshadow palette, and it's probably gonna be lame because the Alice in Wonderland palette was lame, and like all these other like weird collabs that Urban Decay has done have been lame. The Born to Run palette was good. I didn't need it, but it was good. I don't know. But I'm a Game of Thrones like super fan. I am so stoked for the last, I mean, I'm not excited because then it's gonna be over, but like I'm really like anxious for it. Fuck you, Urban Decay, for really like getting me here. There's a few things that brands could pick to collab with that would make me be like, huh. And Game of Thrones is one of those. You know what I want? You know what I want Urban Decay to do? I want Urban Decay to collab with Gerard Way and make like an Umbrella Academy themed collection. I don't know what the fuck it would be, but if it like matched the aesthetic of just like the coloring of the show and like the color correction, the color grading and the design, the production design of the show, I could fuck with that. I don't know, most things I'm like, I don't know, man. Nickelodeon, I almost bought that Hot Topic Nickelodeon thing, but like Nickelodeon things I would be here for. You know that feel sometimes when you're like, oh, I really want this to be good, and then you're like, wait, no, I don't, because then I won't buy it. Like, I don't, like, I kind of want this to suck. Is that bad? Next is this Rebel Rose collection from Wet n Wild, and this is gorgeous. Like, this is so pretty, but I don't need it. Like, it's so pretty. Like, they got more liquid cat suits in there that I could try out. One looks like a dupe of another liquid lipstick that I have that's like almost gone. The brushes are stupid. I don't necessarily get the like shade shifting blushes. I have the like zombie one, but I think this one's a cream blush, which I don't really wear that much of. And then the eyeshadow quads are like pretty, but nothing to write home about as far as like a color scheme that I don't have already, but it's very pretty. Like it's very pretty. Like, and I love rose scented things, so like as far as a aesthetic and as a theme, I'm here for it, but I don't need it in my life. Literally the only things in there that I would be like really into would be the liquid cat suits because I love that formula. Do I need it? No. Do I want it? Yes. Nisa, I'm sorry, I'm gonna self-cancel myself right now, but this Wada Brat Kilowatt Freestyle highlighter from Fenty Beauty is so fucking gorgeous. Like, it is so pretty. It's this iridescent, bright, shimmery pink with lots of glitter in it, and it should be way up my alley. Like pink highlighters are my jam. However, right now, I have a plethora of pink highlighters, and I literally just put in an order for Clionadh Cosmetics with like multiple pinky peachy highlighters. So I don't need this from Fenty, even though I know the formula is amazing. I know the color is great, but looking at it on people's skin tone, I feel like it's going to be too dark on me. I feel like if I bought it, it would just be a blush topper or an eyeshadow. And I don't need a giant blush topper and or eyeshadow, personally. But if you're somebody that likes pink highlighters and you don't want it to look ashy, this looks not ashy. Like, if you have a deeper skin complexion than I do, this looks like bomb. Like, this looks awesome, but I don't need it. Like, I'm wearing the Becca Prismatic Amethyst on my face, and that's like hella light. And I have a Wet n Wild one. Basically, I need to stop buying pink highlighters until I actually pan Pink Heart from the Moonchild Glow Kit, because I have too many pink highlighters right now. This doesn't need to be another in my collection of pink highlighters, okay? So the last thing I want to talk about is something that I have mixed feelings about. This is this entire Anastasia collection for the spring. The Riviera palette, the highlighter, the loose highlighters, there's like a silvery white shade, like a peachy, and then like a bronzy shade, the dewy setting spray, and then the dip brow gel. I'm not entirely sure what the dip brow, like how the dip brow gel is going to be different than the regular tinted brow gel, but I'm curious about it. So much of this looks so up my alley.
But
the highlighters, for me, I don't use loose highlighters, and 2 of them look too dark for me, so I don't need them. if you love loose highlighters, try them out. Honestly, Anastasia is one of the brands that I will like fuck with all the time. Whether I'm supporting them in spirit and like just like wishing for their success or literally giving them my money, Anastasia is like that brand that I'm like, yeah, no, like I support you and your endeavors. Good job with your life. But this Riviera palette is so absolutely gorgeous. It reminds me a little bit of the artist palette that I have from like many years ago, but like more brighter. That's probably a better way of saying it. But for my collection, as much as I love owning the Subculture palette and I love having this little pile of Anastasia palettes, like I have Modern Renaissance, I have Norvina, I have Sultry, I have the artist palette, and then I have the Subculture palette. I love having that little stack of multiple Anastasia palettes, but I feel like if I keep going and like buying all of these releases, I'm going to dig myself into a hole where I like want to own all of them. And I've told myself that I don't need to be a person that just like owns all of one type of thing. So this palette, while absolutely gorgeous, I feel like, do I need it? No. Do I want it very badly? Yes. I have a lot of the shades that are in there, those like kind of orangey shades. I have them. That bright pink shade, I do need to try it in store to see how bright it is. But I have multiple hot pink shades that I use on a regular basis. It has a similar, like a few shades that are really similar to like the Festival palette from Juvia's Place, which I love and I use all the time. So right now, I don't feel like I need this because I have other palettes that do similar things. Like if you don't have the Juvia's Place Festival palette or the Menagerie Cosmetics Pharaoh palette, which I own both of those. If you don't have a lot of brights, Anastasia is the eyeshadow that just like is great all the time. And I have no doubt that this one is also a great palette. Anastasia and Melt are like my favorite eyeshadow formulas. So I have no doubt that this is a great palette, but like I don't need it right now. I might change my mind later on, but I did tell myself I don't need any more palettes. But that dewy setting spray, I fucking want that. I fucking want that. I don't know if I need it or not, guys. Do I need? No, I don't need it. I don't need it. I have these shades. Do I have it in this formula? I don't know. Probably not. Abby, your makeup goblin is coming out. Stop it. Stop it. Fuck. That is everything I wanted to talk about. There has just been so many things that have come out lately that I'm like side-eyeing. How dare you? Let me know if some of these things you've been wanting to try, if you have other advice, other words of wisdom to give to people who maybe need to curb their spending. I don't know, I feel like with all of these new things, I feel like people should just generally maybe wait a little bit longer to see reviews and to see how things work and like think about things a little bit longer than like just the first initial like, oh my god, this is beautiful, I need it. That's what I'm trying to do more lately, just like kind of sit on things for a little longer. And like what happened with the Subculture palette, like I was really wary about it when it first came out because of all of the controversy, but the longer I kind of let it sit and I was like, that's such a good palette. Like I've used it literally every day since I got it and it hasn't disappointed me. I don't know. Just like sleep on it a little bit. Sleep on stuff. Like just let things kind of marinate in your brain. Think about things a little bit more. I hope this was helpful in some way. I just needed to kind of talk through some things, being like, do I need this? Do I want this? I don't know. Because all my friends have been doing these like just chatting about new makeup releases and I try to not watch them sometimes because then I'm like, oh, I want that. Fuck, you guys are trying to talk me into this. I'm trying. Not. I don't think people. I don't think people are like consciously trying to talk me into buying things, but this inside my head is like, I don't know. So I wanted to give myself a little palette cleanser today. Yeah. Today's song of the day, let's see. So much music has come out lately that I'm just like, yes, fuck me.
Oh.
Today's song of the day is You Had Your Soul With You by The National. And The National is playing at Merriamore Park at the end of the summer and I'm very, very excited about it. They have new music coming out and I love The National. I saw them play a couple of years ago and it's absolutely beautiful. Wish I could have met Matt Berninger when he was playing with Elvi, but alas, the opportunity escaped me. Definitely today's song of the day, You Had Your Soul With You by The National. I'm super excited. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I will be posting a link to that Bitch Media article as soon as it comes out. I'm really, really excited for it. I'm really excited to see how it turned out. Thanks to Bitch for fucking featuring me and like using me in an article. I haven't even read it. I have no idea. Maybe Andy roasts me, who knows? But I'm excited about it. Let me know things that you've been anti-hauling, things that you don't need and you the reasoning why you don't need them. This is a group effort. This is a community effort of people being like, I need to curb the consumerism. I need to curb the spending, please. So thanks for watching, y'all. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me consistently. Y'all are awesome. If you're curious about anything that's on my face, it'll be in the description below. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.